Hello, so you're welcome to another edition of EME Train. So today our train took a stop at Hacho and we are here at Gold Coast, Tokota, and we are here with the creative lead of Gold Coast, Tokota in the person of Mr. Samuel Kumi. So today we are here to get to know how he started his business, to hear the inspiring story, and to know what Gold Coast, Tokota is about. So stay tuned with us as we bring you exclusives from Gold Coast, Tokota.
This program is proudly brought to you by Glitz Galleria, Rela Studios, Closet Exclusita, Collins Artistry, and The Star Engineering.
My name is Alberta Bosman and I'll be your host for today's section. So like I said earlier, we took a stop at Hacho and we came to Gold Coast, Tokota, and we are here with the creative lead of Gold Coast, Tokota, who is in the person of Mr. Samuel Kumi. Hello, Mr. Samuel Kumi. Thank you for having us.
Alberta, we're also very grateful for the opportunity that you've given us, yourself and also your team. Welcome to Hacho Land, Gold Coast, Tokota to be precise.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
So when we came today and we got the location, we thought we were coming to see like a very, very massive building, because trust me, if you go on social media and you type in Gold Coast, Tokota, the way he has been able to brand himself, the way he markets what he does is an amazing work he's doing. But we came here and then behind the scenes, through the talk that we had with him, we got to know that this business is barely a year. So Mr. Samuel, can you tell us how you started Gold Coast?
You want me to tell you everything? Then today they will sleep here.
No problem.
Okay, so everything started when I graduated from SHS to uni. So right into uni, before going, I was gifted a locally made slippers by a special someone, of which I'm not going to mention the person's name. So this person gifted me like Ghana made slippers, and I loved everything about it. And you know, way back in uni, we have this thing. Supposing let's say you were fresher, like one prepare with anything some. So an influential person in Ghana at that time was booked for an event in my school. So just like this one there, I'm repping it large to the fullest and other things. So on the very day of the event, after dressing up, I just got to know my slippers is bad.
Wow.
It got on. So I was just like, so like this thing where I don't want to go see this big man way this thing happen. How will you go? So the bottom line was I missed that opportunity. So when I got a chance to actually start something for myself, I was just like, I just want to make quality African inspired slippers so that people will not miss their opportunities like the way that I did. So that was how we birthed Gold Coast, Tokota.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a very, very inspiring story.
Thank you. Right? So we don't want people to miss their opportunities. We just want to carry them from where they are to where the opportunities are. That's why we have this brand.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Thank you.
So to our next question. So what are the values and then the message that you try to convey to us through the slippers that you do?
Okay, so let me even start with the name. The name Gold Coast, Tokota. It's just funny. So after I had that inspiration to actually start something on my own, as in a Ghanaian brand on my own, I had like 3 alternatives, like as in for the name, because we just wanted to say like Ghana and Pabwa without mentioning Ghana and also Pabwa in it, because Ghana is very common. GH, every brand in Ghana is called GH, something GH. So I was just like, I just want to deviate from that narrative and do something new. So I sent out like as in 3 names, as in 3 alternatives to people within my circle. So the names, the options were +233, 1957, also Gold Coast. So after forwarding it to my people, they chose Gold Coast. And I was like, why not? You are in a crowd, so we do it that crowd way. So make we garnish them with Ghana. So that so the Ghana name of Mpabwa is Tokota. So that's how we came about the name Gold Coast, Tokota. And supposing if let's say you have to hear our name, it rings a bell. You might be feeling like, oh, this one there, no be this Nyama slippers we need to do some. Yeah, like it's just like rebuilding a brand. we don't just make slippers for the Ghanaian market. We make and sell African inspired slippers. I didn't say Ghana, African inspired.
Yes.
And I'll explain that. We did our research in 2022, and the research, the outcome of the research, supposedly, let's say you have to divide Africa into 5 regions. That's north, east, west, south, and also central. The typical Africans are just the west, the east, and the central part. The northern part of Africa, they are in our continent, but they don't behave and perceive things like Africans. They are Europeans/Asians. And if you have to take the southern part, they're gangsters. South Africans, they are Americans. Like if you go to the southern part of Africa, they are Americans. So we took a trip to South Africa to just have a conversation with them. It's not about we staying in Hacho and making making slippers for someone who lives in Botswana. We just have to be there to have like a tete-a-tete conversation with them. So we took a trip to South Africa in 2022 with like in the form of a survey and also market research. So that even inspired some of the slippers that we have.
Wow.
So if you have to ask me about the collection that we have, it's not just we doing something for the Ghanaian market, but something that the whole Africa can actually use. That's the very first one. So 2023, that was for 2020. 2023, it was just like, let's just put in the work. Let's start production and start producing. So 2024, as in this year, we'll be traveling to the northern part of Africa to also interact with them so that we can actually get like as in a whole overview of how Africans want their footwear. Yeah.
Wow, such an inspiring story. So from what he has shared with us so far, you can see that Gold Coast Tokota is not just for Ghana, it's not just for Accra, it's not just for Hachu, but it's something that is meant to go international. And when you come here, you see how he has even set up the whole place, the varieties of designs. You can see that this is not something that is going to sell just here in Ghana. So that brings us to our next question.
Okay.
So what actually influences your designs?
Okay, so we actually got the inspiration from the old Ahinema that we had in the system. So it's not like we are just into just do something new. We are not doing something. We are just modernizing the old one that we have. So let me just give you a typical scenario. This is just like an old Ahinema. Wow. This is how an old Ahinema looks like. Let's just be realistic.
This is what we know.
Yeah, this is what we know. This is what we know.
That's what
so and let's just be realistic. Supposing if let's say you have to use this for your wedding, Charlie, wait and drop buga. I go feel buga in nails. You can't. So that means you have to add a touch of modernization. Let me just explain it from this angle. If you have to look at this Ahinema, it's just like acid, the Harvard version of this.
Yeah.
This is made of velvet. Velvet is very soft. It's even like we normally use it for clothes. This is normal shoe leather, and it's not that hard. So you can buga in this, but you cannot buga in this. So it's just like tradition. We are just passing on that tradition on. So it's not just about we doing, Gold Coast Tokota, they need to do something new. No, it's just the old ones. So one, we normally get we get inspirations from this. And after the trip from South Africa, we actually got to know this is figure 8. It has the 8 figure.
Okay.
Yeah, this is figure 8, but we can just make it in other forms like this. So this is square. This is still Ahinema, but we've garnished it. So this is no more figure 8. This is square. So this is totally different from this. So this is actually how we normally get our inspirations. And also,
so you got the inspiration for this when you came back from your trip?
Yes, please. So the regular Ahinema is supposed to have a crown like this.
Okay.
But this one, if you have to take the crown off, it's still an Ahinema. And we got that inspiration from the trip that we took to South Africa.